Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Lord Forwind here in Europa Universalis 4 playing as the Papal State, essentially the Pope. So we got off to a pretty good start last video. We took 2 of Provence's lands and we wiped out Ferrara, which is a mission, I never managed to do, this integration of Ferrara one as them. Plus we now have the birthplace of the Renaissance under our control, which is pretty neat. Once we get it, we've almost got enough to embrace the Renaissance. Oddly enough, Ferrara had embraced it, but then since we conquered them, we don't have it. It's confusing. We are also part of the HRE as a slight abnormality in the way the world of Europa works. Hopefully this will mean the HRE won't collapse as easily. They will all leave the HRE. I might stay in it just because the bonuses are fairly nice, and I could always leave it later if I had to. So for this video, we're probably going to focus on annexing Urbino and waiting for the 35 aggressive expansion for us conquering things to go down. We are still Papal controller, which is probably the only reason we were able to take as much land as we did, because otherwise we'd be in a lot more trouble. Let's mothball that fort. How are we doing autonomy? We've raised autonomy. Okay. We did, however, have the Austria demand unlawful territory on us, which we refused, and they're very unhappy with us. But a lot of nations hate us at the moment. Luckily, France is our ally, and as is Genoa. But I don't know how much that will actually help in the long run. They're pretty weak. I'm trying to get an ally over here with, actually, let's switch from Aragon to Castile, because they might actually be willing to be allies with us because they're friends with France. Actually, if they die right now, France takes over Castile, which would be huge. The dissidents, we'll support them. Sorry, just grabbing some water. We're about to hit our first technology, actually. We have an awful ruler, so we're not getting very far there. He's 71 years old, but he's still alive, so good for him. We now have the Renaissance. That means we should, have the Diplotech. Cost a lot of money, but I figured, might as well buy it now. Let us put in a marketplace. There we go. Since we have Provence, we actually, there we are, our Pope has died. And England now controls the Curia, interestingly enough. But this guy with the 6 military skill is quite useful. We don't lose stability also when our ruler dies, which is good to remember. Which means, to be honest, I should try and work my way towards 3 stability pretty much as fast as I can. Let's start annexing Urbino here. Annex vassal. What about our alliance with Castile? Our army is too weak. Huh. Interesting. Anything, I thought our army would be fairly strong. We're 114th in the world. Oops. I think it's because everybody else has hit it. Okay, this is actually perfect. Castile has gained control of Aragon. They have too many diplomatic relations. Oh. Well, let's keep them as friends, to say the least. We really don't want to be fighting Spain. That would be horrifying. Obviously, our admin tech is a bit behind at the moment. Probably not going to actually even get to level 5 admin tech this video. We'll see. We're definitely going to get to level 4 military, though, which is going to be useful. We also have the exciting fun of conflict here between the papacy peace and efficient integration and unlawful territory from Austria demanding the lands. So, kind of comedic back and forth with autonomy changes. You still have too many diplomatic relations. Oh yeah, you've got 4 there and you vassaled Navarra. Interesting. Not sure that was the best move for you in the long run, but... And let's get Provence there. I cannot add them to the Empire. I guess Austria is not too happy with me, which is not that much of a surprise. I did just take, what, 3 territories in the HRE? I'm also glad to see that Lucca has survived, despite me bankrupting them in my war with Ferrara. Mantua is still alive as well. Oh, and Corsica is an independent nation. Huh, when did they break free? Must have been their war against Crimea that Genoa lost. They must be pretty poor at the moment, though. Huh. It's tough to tell. There we are. Ferrara, Urbino has been integrated. I wonder why I got those other modifiers pop up there, but whatever. And we are 3 over our force limit. Let's save the cavalry unit just because of how expensive they are to raise. Does make us a slight bit weaker. Almost enough to get Castile on our side. Still, if they died right now, the de Valois dynasty would take over. That would be a huge change. Rival of a threat. Get Venice on my side. Okay, I think I can probably do that. Yeah. Aggressive expansion's ticking down. We have a 25% to be Curia controller. Of course, we don't have papal influence, which is kind of hilarious. Actually, do we even have? We don't even technically get cardinals. Huh. Let's get a improved relations advisor. Let's try that. Okay, Florence has hit level 5 military tech, so these guys are really worth watching out for because they're allied to both Hungary and Corsica. Austria likes us a little better now. Savoy hates us though, and is allied to both Mantua and Milan. Milan likes us nicely enough. I wouldn't mind taking some of their lands, Savoy's. Like these couple provinces would be really nice to take. Which is the province I need for Kingdom of God? I need Piedmont. I just need Piedmont. However, I do need to roll from Austria, which is going to be hard to get. So I essentially have to conquer all of this. Okay. That's just a really rough goal. I'm not going to try hard for it. Every time I seem to try hard these days, I seem to get crushed in this game. But hopefully I can stick with this for quite some time. It wants me to be friends with Denmark now. Okay. Do I want to risk becoming allies with Venice is the question. They are pretty powerful, but they are almost inevitably going to get attacked by the Ottomans. They don't have a lot of trade allies either. Oh, that's a tough question. Well, we'll hide for now. I wanted Navarra to be annexed by Castile. Okay, first reform. That actually is pretty good for us. What does that actually give us again? Development cost and construction costs. Both would be pretty useful if we wanted to really develop our lands higher. Unfortunately, most of our lands are not that developable. And yes, I just made that word up. Developable. I think. Could be a word technically. Tradition we should end. I'm going to try and oppose as much of the reform of the Catholic Church as I can. We'll be ultra conservative. And, well, not technically ultra conservative, ultra religious. That makes a little bit more sense. Ooh, a general hospital. What do we want here? Oh. Let's go for the clergy, because then I can demand admin support. And it doesn't look like the general hospital gives me much better benefits other than manpower recovery and reinforce rate, which I'm pretty close to maximum manpower regardless. Okay, whoops. Oh, stop. There we go. France wants our aid against Burgundy. Okay. Yes, we'll help them. However, our nobility dislikes us. Let's shift that to there. They don't have military access though. Oh, they really need my help, don't they? Oh. France, I wish you hadn't called me to your aid. Oh wait, maybe Castile will join. It might be a little too early to tell. Okay, let's merge those together. That's 10. I can sail out 10 troops at a time. I guess that would be pretty useful. Okay, attach. Run you over to there very quickly. Come on. Okay, back again. Got to keep an eye on Ferrera's revolt rate too. Looks like France could do okay. Burgundy is also at war with... Oh, they tried to conquer Aachen again. Well, this actually is going to be a lot easier than I thought it would be. As usual, they did a very dumb decision, and they're going to get punished for it. Okay, accumulate money. That's something I can work on. Although, to be fair, those pirates are a bit annoying if they keep raiding my coast. Hunt pirates. How much would that take? 22 sailors maintenance. It's a little bit risky, but for now I don't want too much more raiding done on my coastline. We'll go straight for their capital. That should give us participation score. Plus Austria is also fighting them, so we should be pretty safe. To be fair, we probably could have gotten military access from Austria. We no longer need to improve relations with Denmark, though. And I can actually get an alliance with Castile. Perfect. Okay, now I'm in a much safer position. There we go. That's kind of what my alliance network looks like with the addition of Genoa there. Good. I no longer have to worry too much about Austria coming after me. As long as France and Spain stay allies, things should be good. They stay allies, I get some more trust from France, keep them happy with me. We might be able to even pull them into a war with like Savoy and Milan at some point. Although I do have to wait a little while on that for sure. Actually, probably my best move would be try and conquer Florence. Call in Hungary and Corsica. If I can get them all involved. Most of the way to level 3 admin tech, yay! And we conquered Burgoyne's capital, perfect. We captured. Oh, my pronunciation. We have taken Burgoyne, the Burgundian capital. There we go. Much better. Oh well, now we can actually walk through the HRE territories. Okay. Kind of wish I had been paying a little bit more attention to that. However, I don't think we're going to have any really, pirating in our trade node at the moment. Lower taxes in Ferrera. That almost gets rid of the unrest from unlawful territory. And for once, we actually have a birthplace of an institution. Next one obviously will be colonialism, which we're not going to even try for. And there's no way we're going to get the printing press either. There we are, temple. Okay, now we got a choice here. Who do we want to hire? Sandro Botticelli, Domenico Ghirlandaio, Pietro Perguno. Find someone to randomly decorate it or leave it alone. We're going to pretty much be maxed out at prestige without me doing anything. I'm going to be pretty well maxed out on devotion. So I think... I thought Michelangelo did the Sistine Chapel. Let's go with Botticelli because we get unrest, which could be useful. And before we go much further, let's get money from the burghers so we don't actually have to sink into a deficit. Let's mothball these forts. We should be pretty safe. I don't think Burgundy has any troops to spare to attack me. They're pretty much destroyed. I could really easily see them getting the Burgundy and Inheritance event where they die out. It'd be funny if Castile took it. Wow, that would be huge. That would be a monstrous looking Castile. Looks like Portugal is fighting Morocco, on only Morocco. Also looks like Morocco lost a war against Tlemcen of all people. Maybe they were forced to give it to... That's weird, because it looks like Tlemcen got destroyed by Tunis. So how did this work out? Did Tunis attack both of them, or...? Huh. I don't know how they gained that land. And as usual, Mazab is hanging on to those two territories. They're going to get destroyed pretty soon. Let's get the prestige. We don't need the devotion. We're in pretty good shape. Actually, we probably don't even need to go religious ideas because of the free devotion we're getting. As long as we're stable, we're going to have positive devotion pretty much. On the other hand, going religious ideas would give us even more tolerance and even more prestige, which we're fine with. Yeah, so there's no point in us going religious ideas. On the other hand, Florence, no, we can't really attack them. Anyone we can safely attack? Definitely not them. That list of allies is a little horrifying. Yeah, I guess for now we'll just remain kind of hiding here. Florence gaining 4 territories, though, is a little bit worrisome. They're quite powerful. Plus they've got good rulers, usually. Yeah, cheaper development cost is useful, and then the tech and idea group cost they get makes them very strong. Poland wants access to our land, sure. Poland is defending against Hungary, attacking Hungary. Interesting. They didn't attack the Teutonic Order, though. Ah, because Denmark is allied to the Teutonic Order. That would explain it. Muscovy is destroying Novgorod. Speaking of which, I'm looking forward to the new sort of flavor pack they're going to put out soon for the Russian region. That looks interesting, that the Tsar of Russia would have different rulership mechanics. That could be kind of neat. Plus it looks like they're shifting into a bit of same thing they're doing with the banner states, Streltsy. You can raise them for virtually free, but it gives you a cost. The banners, of course, are corruption, but Muscovites seem to be stability, which might mean that going religious ideas for them will be very strong. Okay, France won, blah, 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 blah. Oh, we've got 19 favors with France. Let's blow at least one of those. If we were to attack them, France, of course, is attitude towards enemies. Subject would destabilize attitude towards enemies. Great. So despite all these favors I got with France, I can't use them. Okay. Castile, fairly happy with me. Losing money, yeah, that's kind of what I expected to have happen. Once the corruption's rooted out, though, that should go down a little bit. Since I could attack these fellas, then it'd just be a diplomatic insult, though. Let's actually move my troops back to Italy. Just in case Florence wants a war, I don't want my troops trapped over in France. Actually, you know, in terms of ideas, I might do what I usually do and go defensive. Although, to be fair, economic ideas might be useful. Because Italy is fairly rich, and the decreased autonomy would be nice. Oh, if I do that... I kind of wish Mantua would come to the aid of Lucca then, because I could take out both of them pretty easily. And of course my coast was raided. How badly does that hurt my income? It hurts my goods produced a fair amount. Oh, everybody's ganging up to kill Burgundy. Okay, here we go. Major event. Veneration of relics, allow or disallow. If we allow it, we get more money. If we disallow it, see, it says 5 tax income. That's not true. We're going to prevent it because it will lower the Catholicism reform desire, which is going to be huge for trying to delay the spread of Protestantism. Yeah, we're at 24. If we had taken it, that would go up to like 50 with no effort at all. Okay, we're going to hit level 5 Diplotech pretty soon. Glad I didn't focus admin, actually. Oh, that free prestige is ridiculous. Get 7 morale from our prestige alone. Well, it's going to be sitting about 10 morale once we get it to 100. 100 prestige. We'll get 1 more. We're also going to get that event a lot. And we'll get the prestige decay. Yeah, we're easily going to be able to do that. Austria rules the HRE again. What a surprise. Moving towards getting the next one as well. Austria likes me enough to want an alliance. It's kind of funny. Ooh, this might be useful. They're at war with that. Ooh, this might be a good opportunity. Let's see if this works. Shoot, Florence would not join the war. Let's at least wipe out Lucca. Lucca. I have no idea how to pronounce it. The interesting thing is I can get a war going with Florence at some point. Hopefully Venice beats them up and forces them to ignore. Hungary would not join the war. Ooh. Corsica is, I imagine, absurdly weak. They're a 1-province nation, so how strong can they be? 5,000 troops, but it doesn't look like they have much of a navy, which means I could isolate them at sea. So yeah, I think I'm actually going to attack Florence here. We would like to take your capital. Corsica is trapped, which is perfectly alright with me. I will not be able to kill Florence, I don't think. But I can certainly hurt them. Let's boost Genoa's loyalty a little bit. Genoa's, technically. Ottomans have entered a golden era. Well, I guess it makes sense. Seems kind of like a waste, though. I don't think the AI knows when to or to not use it. I think they just use it whenever. Whoops. Flee back. Support my troops. You are defeated. Unfortunately, I don't believe I can actually move troops to fight you now. Ho hum. Well, once their capital falls, Venice should do damage to their army. Let's raise some more taxes. We're actually pretty close. If we delay long enough, we can get an additional reduced. We can get 10 reduced aggressive expansion. Shame we're not papal controller. We could get 30. Oh, we got a new pope. England still controls the Curia. Of course they do. And my guy has loose lips. He's a level 6 military guy, though, so that's not that bad. There we go. That is a lot of damage to the Florentine army. And the question is, yeah. Okay, I gotta keep an eye on that. Yeah, see, that's what I was worried about. Okay. No, merge the two armies together. This is not rocket science here. March over to there. Okay, good. Once Lucca falls, perfect. We are to take that province. Good. Please work. There we go. Gain that province. Got the mission complete too. Apparently we don't have any valid missions at the moment. Once I can merge that army with them, I'll let Florence do kind of whatever they'd like at this point. While my army rebuilds a bit. Theirs can rebuild 10. To be fair, though, I should probably stop them from pillaging my lands, but they have such a good fort there, you know? Let's put up a temple in the capital. There we go. We could technically call Genoa into the war. I don't think we're going to need you in the war, though. Thanks for offering, though. Only 10% 10 or so aggressive expansion, I think, happened, right? 14 on them, 19. Okay, could be worse. What is it in Savoy? 15. Okay. I should be able to take some of Florence's provinces then. Well, let's stop being too concerned about keeping Castile happy. Let's also stop improving relations with France. So let's do this easier and put one diplomat towards allies. There we go. Well, he's currently idle because we've got max relations with both of them, but if I were to demand Florence's lands, that would definitely get a coalition against me. Looks like I'll only be able to take their capital. Still, their capital is 28 development, so might be able to force them to release Siena as well, which would be useful. France is at war with Austria. Ooh, why? They attacked Brittany, and Brittany's allied to Austria. Okay. Poor Hungary is getting demolished by Poland. Go Poland. Whoa! That's what, 4 territories to Poland? Yeesh. That's good. I like seeing Poland succeed. They usually just get destroyed to the point that it's kind of a joke. Yes, we could take that. No, we could not take that. We could force you to release Siena. Still risking a little bit of a coalition. I think we should be good, though. And at the very worst, Siena is friendly towards us. So I can immediately ally myself to them. So we've got Genoa, Siena, and the mighty Castilian Spain on our side. And I think on that note, I probably will end this here. I could actually, let's let this tick forward a little bit just in case Austria wants to demand unlawful territory again. Well, we're going to get involved with a war with Austria probably. So, yeah, let's call it here for now. So that will be it for this video. Next video we will deal with this French-Austrian something war. We'll just join it just at the end here. It's going to be a fun war. Okay, well, thank you guys all for watching, and I will see you guys all next time. Bye for now.